I set up this 10-gallon aquascape with the intent to put a couple or a trio of Gabon killifish in it and leave them for several weeks and then remove them, and hopefully they will have left behind some viable eggs. The first attempt was unsuccessful, so I'd like to clean up the tank a bit and have another go at it. That looks much better. I knocked the algae off the hardscape and pruned the plants. I also added a nice stand of Ludwigia repens to the center. It makes a nice contrast, and hopefully the trio of Gabon killifish will find this area of the house more to their liking with less traffic. With a subadult female added to the pair, perhaps the male won't be so aggressive toward the female that's ready to mate. The idea is that the subadult female will act as sort of a ditherfish, and perhaps they'll leave behind some viable eggs before I remove them from the tank. The location of this tank is less than ideal for breeding Gabon killifish. The species is really quite skittish. This area gets a lot of traffic, so they seem to be stressed out and stay hidden most of the time. So I went ahead and removed them from this tank and put them in a 10-gallon in a relatively calm location. But I'd like to add something to this tank that will be pretty much fearless. For several decades I bred fancy guppies. They require a heated tank, and since they've been in the hobby for about 100 years and have been selectively bred, line bred so extensively, allowing siblings to mate is a mistake because the resultant fry are often deformed, often have bent spines. But Endler's livebearers are relatively new to the hobby and have not been so selectively bred, and they don't require heater. Now, the females are unrelated to the males in this tank. I selected 8 females that I bred, which are in fact virgin, and added a couple of wild type Endler males, completely unrelated to them. So, should get some interesting fry from this batch, and I can remove males as soon as they're sexable so that no siblings will be allowed to mate.